Yeah, Brad Taste. I think the vast majority of people who are watching me would know Brad Taste. I could say I didn't copy his niche. I did copy his niche. He basically started doing the song reactions. I wanted to switch it up a little bit. I did originally get the idea from him. So he was basically a music reviewer, but he did it in a different format to like Fantano. He wouldn't just post videos. He'd post live streams where he'd react to the music and review it live. So it got to the point where his fan base would donate him money to react to certain things like I do, except he charged ton, like loads of money, and he had like a $10 minimum or something, which I thought was insane. I don't think his opinion is worth that much, but who gives a fuck? It sounds like the best job in the world, right, chat? You sit down and you get paid a lot of money to listen to music. Well, apparently not, because he has been going through monumental crash outs for about the past year and a half. I think he was in rehab, which is good, but he just can't help himself but voice every single thought he has online, and when you're not doing very mentally well and you voice all your thoughts online, it's not good. I voiced more than I should. You guys know more than you should about me. He has depression. Us Coolier fans are bipolar or schizo. The only things I've been diagnosed with is depression and OCD. You're actually wrong. I ain't schizophrenic. We'll find it out. There's this YouTuber called Slyboy who looks exactly like Brad Taste, which is quite funny. He's turning so schizophrenic, he is removing cells from himself and creating clones. This is from Slyboy. It's called Brad Taste and Music Arrested for Domestic Violence. He's a more handsome version of Brad Taste, 100%. He's not bad. He looks all right, doesn't he?
I'm not an avid watcher of the guy's channel. I saw him blow up.
I never understood his blow up at all, because I used to like see the thumbnails to his videos and be like, oh, this is probably something I'm interested in. It's like within the music niche. The thumbnails are like kind of shit, but like it's interesting. Never found him too interesting, to be honest, and I thought the way he formatted his stuff was pretty irritating. And I differ in the fact that I have the main channel as the backdrop, which is where I put the vast majority of my effort in terms of creating content. He was earning so much money because he charged, I think it was a $10 minimum, and for albums it could reach like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and people would pay it. He was probably making thousands per stream.
Given a video he uploaded today. Brad Taste in Music uploaded what I could
Schizo jump scare. I'm sorry.
Only describe as a very greasy diatribe earlier today. The video was removed after, I believe, a couple hours.
That's what he always does. He'll always come back after like a year hiatus, be like, I'm gonna come back to this channel. Like, you do not owe me shit, chat. You do not owe me anything. If I take 2 days off, you do not need to ever return ever again. You owe me nothing. I don't know why this guy like genuinely thinks that he can leave for years and be like, oh, I'm still schizo, I can't come back for another year, and then like expect the audience to stay there. He has only on his audience.
In it, he talks about his continually deteriorating mental health and the big bombshell that he admits to having been arrested for domestic violence.
Some things the internet does not need to know, right?
Because I know I have to make this video.
That's the best idea. Have no, especially when you have the mental state of this dude, no thoughts in your head. Just go to the computer and press record.
Realistically, like, yes, I would love for this video to like, make it so that like it's easy for me to just return.
It's easy to return. You know how you return to YouTube? You return. Internet Historian had some crazy drama where he basically was like out of being a plagiarist. He just returned. Turkey Tom left because he basically lied about Pyrocynical and slandered him. He just returned.
I'm in a good spot right now where artistically I'm confident enough in myself to where if I start...
Artistically? What's artistic about your shit? Like, art can be a very broad spectrum, but consuming art is not artistic. Consuming art is not autistic. Consuming art is autistic. It's not artistic at all.
I could just go the sneaky underground mysterious artist route that, like, honestly, I think everybody did.
Why is it like you're not an artist, man? It does annoy me. What artist are you? At least I like design thumbnails. I'm a good video editor. I can do motion graphics. I can make music. Like I'd consider myself in some facets an artist because I have created art in the past. It's not a high bar to be an artist, but this man is not. He's just got a massive ego, it seems.
It was Ethan Klein and Ela Klein performing. I had backstage passes. I met them. I related a lot to them.
He took a picture with H3. That was the controversy, and people didn't like that because he has a very liberal base, and they consider H3 to be genocide supporters right now. But that's not why any of this is happening.
I guess this guy's like done that well. That's not something you particularly need to talk about. It is the way he reacted. He cannot have somebody dislike him. A lot of YouTubers I've spoken to, they're not good at like hate comments. I don't know. It just goes like straight over my head, especially if it's like something about my looks. I find find it really, really funny.
His actions since then have continued to cause his own mental health to spiral.
Pretty much every drama, unless it's really, really kind of bad, is going to blow over in very little time if you just don't look at it. If you just don't look at it.
You know, I didn't think it'd be a statement. It was really stupid of me.
I mean, I don't think it's a statement. You're posting a picture of somebody.
Because of course it's a statement. But I wasn't really ready for war. I wanted to back out. So like
For war. Oh my god, how a society has fallen. This is the way this guy uses his words, man. You're not that guy, man. You're just not that guy.
Basically just went against them and said, you know what, I need to back out. And then everyone called me a pussy.
I mean, that's correct. I mean, you just admitted the only reason you backed out of it was because you didn't want to face the pressure.
You know, you can just like not say anything, and you can just go. What you can do is like some guy. I got like loads of hate on Twitter once. I uninstalled Twitter and I walked outside. I walked outside barefoot and I put my feet in the mud. And guess what? The opinion of some random on the internet. Nothing fucking. Yeah, go outside and touch mud. Why can't I talk about my feet? I feel like Brad Taste is somebody who didn't really have anything before the internet at all. He didn't really ever have any friends. I think he had like a girlfriend, obviously. Well, we're going to get into that. And then he got like all this clout on the internet and people cared about what he was thinking about a particular topic. And that could really like drive you a certain way if you've never had anything before. I could say like since I've done well on this platform through my main channel, I think a lot of people that watch this channel might not know, like I do okay on there, but it's like I do have more confidence in myself, and I would say I probably have a bigger ego. I don't let it cloud my judgment. Reaction of a reaction. That's what we're doing in this bitch now. This is the internet, man. Dead internet theory. It's gone.
You know, people are talking about it. I'm a hot topic, and my partner is freaking out. She's involved. You know,
how is
she's
she
a part of the whole
involved?
Equation. And I start trying to, you know, say things to fix it. When I try to help, it basically results in her screaming and crying that things are getting worse. And
it's not funny. It's really not funny. But it's just like we don't need to know this information at all.
I'm paying her a ridiculous amount of money, like $5,000 a month.
I don't even make anywhere near to $5,000 a month, and I don't have any employees. I do everything myself. So he must have been making bank. You gotta remember, this guy only streamed. So the only time he ever worked was when he was on stream. He didn't stream that often, and he hired video editors to edit his shit. Man, these guys are actually talentless, and it pisses me off. I'm not the best video editor in the world. I'm not the best graphic designer in the world, but at least I can do something. I'm sorry, I'm getting heated, but it's just like he's acting like such a pretentious prick artist. I could feel like I can be an artist again. You're not an artist. You can't do anything. Sorry, I've seen enough. Add another person reacting in the left corner. We got this guy. That was a bit of a crash out. We got this dude. We have this guy kind of reacting a little bit. I've heard like so many times, chat. I've been really close to quitting this entirely and just going off to be like a video editor or a freelance video editor, and I'm not doing this anymore because I put so much work in. And then we got this motherfucker. This disheveled little freakazoid earning way more than 5k a month because he's paying his girlfriend 5k a month to do nothing.
Happy? Great.
Kind of sounds like you do have a problem with that. Obviously not a very good look to paint her in that light.
If you have like a breakup in the public eye, most people, regardless of who's in the wrong or who's in the right, somebody could have cheated, somebody could have done some really horrible shit. If I streamed with a girlfriend every stream and then we suddenly broke up, mate, I might have been like an absolute giga cheater. But it's not your business, so I'm not going to tell you that. And it's not her business to tell you that either. And I don't know why he thinks, even though he is definitely in the wrong here, it's his business to tell his annoyances with his ex-girlfriend.
She recorded me in my house, yelling at her through the door. I was fucking pissed because I'm trying to fucking...
Yeah, Brad, you get her.
Trying to fucking figure everything out in like an impossible situation. You know, trying to get things back to normal so that like we can live a normal life.
Am I the one tripping?
You're not living a normal life ever because you're a freak.
Get
back in the cave. Get back in the weed cave. You're not supposed to come out yet. Go back in rehab.
She repays me by recording me in my house without my knowledge.
His movements are so erratic.
She sends it to my parents. She sends it to friends. She sends it to people who are associated with Hive Mind. It's the biggest betrayal I've ever felt. I don't know. That's not something that you need to tell the world. He was obviously very bitter that this happened. And I don't think he can take any form of accountability because he never has. I felt so violated.
If it damaged your reputation to all of those people, what was happening in that video? What was going on?
That's true, yeah. He was obviously just freaking out and crashing out. And look at him, man. I don't think I'd ever be scared of this man in any sort of scenario ever. I mean, he seems like he can get into some sort of state. I remember I was like doing a stream and then I left. I see her sitting on the couch like screaming and crying and I'm pissed off. Like, like that's not love. You comfort somebody. It's like, I'm trying to focus to get work done. What work do you do? This is what I hate. He's so entitled and he thinks his shit is something, but it's not. His language in this video where he's so entitled, he thinks he actually needs to focus on his work. I am not focusing right now at all. I'm doing the exact same shit that he does. But guess what? I woke up at 8 a.m. and I've done video editing the entire day. I stream for a break. I stream for a chill evening. Maybe if he was like running an actual business or he had some projects that he needed to complete for a particular time, but no, he has a job where you can work whenever the you want, you never have any deadlines, and all you have to do is stream. Streaming is piss. No setup, nothing. He sat there and he got donations to listen to music.
Yeah.
Sounds hypocritical because that's what I'm doing right now. But like I said, this isn't my main gig.
To her crying was screaming at her, which was bad. I can't have you like screaming and crying like in the house, you know. I'm like doing this thing where I'm like, you need to go to your mom's house, you know. You, this is my house too, and I'm like, I pay all the bills, you don't contribute shit to the equation, get out. She calls the cops on me and they have me arrested.
So he's obviously not telling the full story of this, but trying to kick somebody who lives in the house out for like having some sort of breakdown, so having an emotional breakdown, that's borderline abusive, 100%. He looks like he's on some kind of stim. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's spoken about having like ADHD and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if he was just like tweaking off Adderall all the time. I very much assume he's too much of a pussy to take any real stimulants, considering he can't handle weed. But yeah, I did watch Nicholas Diorio's thing about him, and Nicholas Diorio had a very long tirade about how Brad Taste of Music is pathetic because weed doesn't do that. I've smoked weed before. I've smoked weed. It doesn't do that. First of all, you're obese. Second of all, I've known people that have really their heads up on weed. If you say that weed does not have the capabilities to ruin your life, you are a idiot and you don't know what you're talking about. But that's been one of the main criticisms levied towards this guy. I will make jokes about it and say that I think he's a pussy for being like having such negative reactions to weed, but it can happen. It can 100% happen, especially when you are smoking it all the time. It's not good for you.
If he comes with receipts and shows that this was the justice system failing and they had an argument and it was...
How would you even prove that though? How would you prove, like what receipts would you need to prove that, you know what I mean?
Able to be leveraged into a false domestic violence claim, he's welcome to bring those receipts.
Yeah, I mean like the people who are criticizing him for like going off the deep end on weed are people that, oh, I've just had a zoot. I had a zoot and ate some cookies. I fucking smoked every day for 2 years straight whilst on antidepressants and drinking a lot. It would put me in a state sometimes, chat, where I would actually just be a zombie. I was not able to walk properly. I was not able to think. I wouldn't know where I was because it's when I'd drink, smoke, and that combining with the antidepressants, it like really me. So that just proves, and like especially with the pharmaceuticals in America, knows what this dude's on. I thought I was being gang stalked after smoking for a week straight. When I first started smoking, I'd smoke and I'd be like, oh no, it's the voices that have started coming in my head, but it was just like somebody in their garden.
There was maybe a little bit more oomph to the situation than just a shouting match. I don't know if there were threats. This is pretty obvious.
There must have, I don't think he hit her, but I think he probably threatened her. The girl that Brad was with him for a very long time. She had to care for him somewhat. She had to. So I don't think she would just, unless it's been building up for so long. There's no way. Like if this is the first time she has called the police, which it seems like it is. Schizo or balding. I'm not balding. Oh, it looks like it, doesn't it? I'm not actually balding, chat. I've spoken about this before, but the reason that it kind of looks like it, you see the hair there where it looks like I'm receding. I burn it off with a lighter when I was lighting a cigarette. I have a beautiful full head of hair.
Says after almost 6 years of trying my hardest to protect him despite the abuse, I just
It's
don't have
not
it
coke.
anymore. So she
It
is
happened,
formally
man. I had my hair was on fire.
alleging abuse. There is a domestic violence arrest that did occur.
Okay, it's coke. I'm gonna be bold
maybe a little
soon,
bit more
alright?
evidence.
Flip of me, that's like me talking about how I don't feel safe in my home, and then like an hour later I'm in jail. You know?
This truly does.
Sorry, it's not funny. He seems like a heinous gaslighter and probably was very emotionally abusive to this woman. It's not funny.
Blueprint to me. He's provided no receipts. He's provided no even alleged anecdotes as to why he should feel unsafe in his home. Meanwhile, his fiance...
What if Brad Taste of Music reviewed sissy hypno videos? This is like, I've tried cover serious topics on here, and you guys are just spitting out this stuff. I can't keep a straight face. You want to see the hairline close up?
Unspecified reason.
Okay, I do have a big forehead, chat, but there's no receding going on. That's all the burnt off hair, but there's no, I can even pull that back. Where's the receding? My hairline's always been like this. I've got a big forehead. I've got a massive forehead. Oh yeah, I do have giant monkey hairs. Chat, I'll tell you this. Do you want another law drop? Yes or no? I had my ears pinned back because they stuck out so much. Like I had to sleep with my ears facing down. So I had them pinned back when I was like 11.
It's like she moved to Detroit.
She moved to Detroit. Oh no.
Because it's one thing like losing your partner. It's another thing like with losing hive mind.
How on earth did this relationship not pan out? So he was friends with the dudes from Hive Mind, and they
Oh,
distanced themselves
great,
from him.
man.
Once upon a
Chat, can you calm down violating me? Fucking hell, every time I look at chat, you're off. In Detroit. Sorry, I'm stimming.
I almost myself over it.
Oh, bro, here's the sunrise in the morning.
I had this, and I had pills. However, good news is this happened 3 months ago, and there's this much alcohol in the bottle.
Oh, shut the f up, you attention-seeking freak.
That means something went well.
I will say, there have been periods in my life where I have felt this way before. Everybody's different, but I don't tell anybody, especially don't tell the internet.
I mean, something's...
Brad
So,
getting
yeah.
crunk. Brad is getting crunk.
My ex moves to Detroit, like, around all these, like, Hive Mind people, and then
Detroit.
starts, like,
Oh,
dating
no.
Reagan's roommate.
He's in his,
Right, couldn't-
he's in his
3 months ago.
underwear. You had so much money. You could get actual huzz, man. You're not that
Just-
bad looking.
They did to me
Left on red. I leave people on red all the time. People that I like.
4 months ago when I decided to stop streaming and stop working. It basically...
You don't work. You're living the dream. Brad
I-
gave your song a 0 on a Hive Mind stream? What a
feel like I shouldn't
dickhead,
stream.
man.
So instead I start
The
watching
White Boy
movies.
Summer Anthem.
And I
The
kinda
summer
went to the
it's anthem of the White Boy
idea
Summer.
that, like, around
8 inches and thick. 7.
all day watching
I
movies.
reveal too much on this stream, man. Fuck. Is he Daniel Larson's here? No, no. I don't think it'll be a crazy time if Brad Taste walks outside and threatens to bomb the White House.
You know,
Brad
I
often
can't
gave viewer
adapt-
submissions a 0. Why though? I always try and like analyze viewer submissions and give them advice.
Stuff
I
don't
wasn't
know
taught. I
if
don't know
the-
what you guys thought I was talking about. What did you guys think I was talking about in terms of 7 inches? You guys
Dodging
need to sort
accountability for
yourselves
what
out,
sounded like
chat.
some-
Like my ex leaving to go and like be a part of Hive Mind and fuck Graydon's roommate, you know?
Oh, we did not need to reveal that. She's probably so happy because she was with this schizo manipulator for so long, and now she's getting that good shit. Braden?
And fuck Graydon's roommate.
Graydon's roommate. He lays it down, chat. He lays it down. You know it does.
You know?
Listen, this guy talked about himself a lot in this video. I don't want that to happen.
Oh shit, yeah, no, I don't think that should happen. I think he needs to get off the internet. I did see that his girlfriend responded, well, his ex-girlfriend responded to this. She has all the receipts. He uploaded another one. We'll just quickly do the other one that he uploaded. Okay, there was an update which is really short. It's like 5 minutes. The fact that the original 30-minute long video was more on how he lost Hive Mind in like 5 minutes, and yeah, I yelled at my fiance and got arrested. Freak.
I don't have a problem with that. A couple people accused me of trying to portray Brad Taste in music as an abuser without proper evidence. There was only one person making him look bad in that video.
There's no evidence for or against him abusing, apart from the fact that he outwardly admitted that he got arrested for abuse.
If I made a video saying, guys, I'm under a lot of stress right now, I got arrested for stalking, didn't elaborate, and then deleted the video, you know what people would assume about me? Can you take a guess? Now some other...
I'm not doing too well at the moment. I got arrested for public indecency. I'm really not in a good place.
Brad supporters brought up that when you get arrested for domestic violence, a lot of times cops will automatically take the side of the woman, even if there isn't very much evidence to say that you were being violent in any way. I did say...
The day you reacted to Broken Side and looked like you're about to yell at me, I was like, there's no woman in my life, really, chat. There's nothing. That doesn't exist, all right? I don't have a fucking... Sorry, I need to calm down. I wouldn't do that ever. God forbid. Honestly, ever in my life. That was a joke.
Technically possible that Brad's ex called the cops on him under false pretenses of domestic violence. But were that to be the case, it is now Brad's responsibility to clear his name.
Of course,
he's
especially with him admitting it.
the one who made a video saying, hey guys, I got arrested for domestic violence. You know what would be a great follow-up to that sentence? Something along the lines of, I've never hit a woman. I would never hit a woman. You know what?
I have literally never hit a woman. Apart from it, I used to play WWE with my sister when I was a kid. If Coolio can find a girl, you can too. I don't have one. Thank you for the 199 scapegoat. There's no hope for you. There's no hope for me. There was a time where he got like a couple copyright strikes on his videos, and he uploaded a video like bawling his eyes out, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I saw a review. My whole life's gonna go. And then loads of people made videos about it, and I was like, as somebody who's aware of how YouTube works and how copyright strikes work and how this platform is, a lot of the time YouTube makes mistakes. A lot of the time, and those mistakes get reversed very quickly. So I was like, I feel like he's jumping the gun, crying about this already. Lo and behold, it was a mistake, and YouTube reversed it. So he's got like a game of doing this, but it's like at that point he had everybody in the palm of his hand sympathizing for him, and I was like, no, I've had problems with my monetization. I haven't made a video of me bawling my eyes out every time. I've legitimately like cried to myself a few times because it's been very stressful, but I'm not going to put it out to the internet. I've stressed out.
What we do know is that his ex alleged abuse. In a Twitter thread about Brad, his ex said, "I do not want him to hurt himself, and I do not want to get into legal trouble. I have been silent the past year because I wanted to see him get better, and I desperately wanted to move forward with my life after spending half of my 20s being abused. This is not a new thing for me, as he did that the entire time of trying my hardest to protect him despite the abuse. I just don't have it in me anymore. I'm not a public..."
I cry a lot, chap. I cried at Nutshell by Alice in Chains the other day. I almost cried yesterday on stream, one of the songs that somebody put through.
Person and
Sorry,
the best way
this
that
is
I
important.
can. Right now, I just need time to figure out the best way to move forward. I don't have anything compiled or prepared because revisiting it is incredibly triggering. Thanks to anyone.
I believe this woman 100%. Like the way she's dealing with this, the way she's talking about it, and the way Brad's been acting. There's something up.
Who has reached out with words of support. I have no doubts about what I went through, as I have undeniable evidence of it and have discussed it extensively in therapy and with close friends. I am in a much better spot in my life now, surrounded by wonderful people who do not mistreat me. At this point, I am more interested in spreading awareness and validating the experiences of people alone. There is a way out, even if it feels impossible right now. Reach out to a friend or call the domestic violence hotline and get yourself.
I believe this woman, to be honest. Like,
in another Twitter thread, she says, "Might be time to deplatform my abuser. Give me some time. Honestly, he's doing
she's tempted.
a pretty good job of deplatforming himself." Now, as of
But
today,
again, like the thing is with this, as a victim, as soon as you get into like putting all this stuff forward, you are fully locked in to like going through this rigmarole and reliving all these horrible moments again and again and again. And again, I'm not saying that Brad Tace did do it. I'm not saying he didn't do it. We don't know because there is no evidence. But the way Brad is presenting his arguments and talking about it, and the way his ex is presenting her information based on just analyzing behaviors, which again is not foolproof. Yeah, I mean,
she has a new statement on Twitter which goes as follows: "I've decided that I'm not going to speak publicly on the Brad situation beyond these tweets. I just want to close this chapter and move on with my life."
And that's understandable, and you should have the right to do that.
Seeing discussed is that he never hit me or physically abused me. I'm going to continue silently rooting for his rehabilitation and working on healing the wounds that this whole recent situation reopened. I don't think the word we use to describe someone who hits women should be the same word we use to describe someone who is emotionally.
I don't think you have any sort of say on that, mate. All right, well, it looked like I don't think Brad Tace is going to be back streaming for a while, so I guess the niche is wide open, chat. Good for her, yeah, good for her.